hopefully didn't get canceled yet this week, so just wanted to announce that I will be streaming over at kick.com/Nuxanor, link in the description. My first stream will be January 6th in the afternoon, baby. Be there or be square. Let's burn this to the ground. So we are doing MalO, okay? 1471. The reason why we're doing this is because we just did Dr. Bright, and we just saw a comment about how Dr. Bright had sex with MalO. So, guys, we have to know! We have to know! Why is chat spamming furry mommy? I don't know! We're doing it. This is also one of the most...
There's an app for that.
18 minutes! This is one of the biggest SCP... What the flibbles? We are jumping right into... Why is chat spamming why she's so hot? All right, dude, I don't know anything about this. God damn it. Let's see what this is all about. Come on.
Wait, hold on. I'm Steve Jobs. Come on. No, stop it.
What?
It was a phrase so ubiquitous in the early days
What? I'm so confused.
of the smartphone craze that it's hard to believe Apple actually has trademarked. It was a testament to a simple and immutable truth about the world these new touchscreen phones were creating. No matter how strange and obscure the need, there would be an app to fulfill it.
Why are we starting with this when we're talking about MalO?
Perhaps you remember iBeer, the app that allowed you to pretend you were drinking a tall glass of beer for some reason. There was Car Matey, an app that reminded you where you parked your car in a pirate voice. And who could forget I Am Bread, a surreal game about controlling a sentient slice of bread on a quest to become toast. But
What the frick is going on? Why am I even looking at this? What?
there's one app out there somewhere on the market that you probably didn't download. And if you did, well, you have our sincerest apologies.
Oh.
Because even seeing this video pop out on...
Of course. The furry SCP is the one that starts, the one that comes from the internet. Of course the furry SCP is the one that comes from the internet.
to your feed probably sent a chill down your spine.
I've seen enough war to know where this came from.
Well, if that chill ever even left. Take it from one gentleman whose life took a very strange turn after downloading a certain app that the SCP Foundation calls SCP-1471.
Oh my god.
Because the sentiment, "there's an app for that," doesn't exclude experiencing mortal terror. Joe Lewis, an insurance salesman from Milwaukee, had just gone through another atrocious date. After a mediocre meal and
Couldn't be
an
me.
uncomfortable
Couldn't be me. Atrocious date? Cringe. What a loser. Riz.
35 minutes of inane babble, sensing the whole time that she really wasn't that interested, his date excused himself to take a quick phone call outside. Sadly for Joe, she never returned, leaving
No! Riz, negative Riz. Bro could not get 100 girlfriends that really loves him.
him to pick up the check. Of all the many words you could use to describe poor Joe Lewis,
Why are we? I still don't even know what we're talking about. An app? What? Oh my god, no, he doesn't date some sort of AI. It's not some AI furry dating app thing. No. There's no way. It's too on point for what's going on the internet today.
would be lonely. Ever since Carol, his wife of 10 years, had passed away in a freak accident,
That's rough.
he'd been trying to find some kind of way to fill the void. They'd been high school sweethearts, intent on spending the rest of their lives with one another. As fate would have it, only Carol would get that tainted luxury. Joe would be forced to endure life after the joy of living had run its course. He only hoped he might be lucky enough to find love again. However, Joe was on the wrong side of 40, and as so many others his age were already hitched, he could feel his options going out one by one. Would he be destined to...
No, Joe, why? They didn't even get to say Joe Mama yet in the video.
live out the rest of his days
Dude, I love how it's like, be Joe, divorced, cringe name, no job, loser, can't get a girl, and he becomes a furry. What does that say about reality, huh?
alone? Joe didn't feel like spending the back half of his life catching reruns of Seinfeld
True,
and
it's Jover. It's Jover.
tending to his fish. He needed to get out there. And thankfully, like the rest of us, he lived in the internet age. He had more apps, websites,
Oh my god, bro, this backstory is just, and that's when he turned to porn.
online services, and hot Russian singles in his area than he knew what to do with.
Yeah,
So surely one would have the right person for him. He tried them all. Tinder, Hinge, Match.com, Plenty of Fish, eHarmony, Bumble.
Oh my god, dude, he's tried everything! Joe, no, Joe.
OkCupid,
Should've just stuck with your right hand, homie.
Friend Finder, Deeply Lonely Singles with LowExpectations.com, and so much more.
Oh my god, what a loser. Oh, what a guy. But has he tried Grindr?
However, all it seemed to achieve was setting him up for more disappointment. None of the dates he'd managed to get ever resulted in anything getting serious. Heck, it was a minor miracle if he even managed to get any of them on a second date. Was this it?
Hell Riz, holy crap, what the fuck? This is just, they're just dunking on this poor Joe.
Was this his life now? Had he only ever gotten one shot at love, and the grasping claws of fate yanked it away from him without a second thought? Would life continue on the hamster wheel of loneliness? Sleeping, getting up, eating, working, and sleeping again? Every day getting somehow both faster and slower as life trudged on to a disappointing yet inevitable conclusion? What a terrible fate to find yourself trapped in.
Bro, I cannot believe he would just call out everyone in my chat like that. Oh my god, he just called out everyone. Sorry guys for your terrible fate. Oh, that's so rough, buddy. Oh man.
Whenever Joe
the anti-Riz
started feeling maudlin like this, he knew it was time to get proactive again.
Yeah!
Maybe the right woman was out there. There were billions of them after all. Surely at least one of them would be the perfect person for him. I
cannot believe that we spent the last 4 minutes on how little Riz Joe has. This is literally the intro to the whole girlfriend, the 100 Girlfriends anime.
Needed the perfect app.
Dude got freaking dumped so many times, God felt bad for him and wrote down that he gets 100 soulmates. That's literally the plot.
He'd burned through all of the most reputable apps already, and was now perusing some of the slightly seedier options, most of which were likely data mining fronts from the Balkans. However, as generic app after generic app passed, something different caught his eye.
Uh-oh.
The icon was a smile.
MalO. Oh my god, it's literally a furry AI dating app. It's literally just a furry AI. Holy shit. That's crazy that this is an SCP.
Cartoon dog, and its name was MalO version 1.0.0. This gave him a little chuckle.
Honestly, would. I'm just saying, would. So would, bro.
At the very least, it was very different branding from the rest of the dating apps he'd seen. Maybe it'd just been sorted into the wrong section of the App Store. He decided he'd check it out and take a look at the app's description.
MalO has 1129 on Rule 34. Oh my god, you're so right, it does. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude, not gonna lie, would. I totally get this guy. Joe, you so right, Joe. You so right. I'm just doing some research. Okay, this is for research, but Joe's real for this one.
Description read, "Never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. MalO is an exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social..."
Can we please, dude, how has no one made like an actual furry SCP app yet? I feel like there has to be.
Situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of MalO, you will soon forget all about those painful emotions of disappointment. Be part of the new craze that is quickly becoming the next social substitute. Remember, the more you participate, the more MalO will engage you.
Dude, I love how it sounds so out of place every time he says MalO.
Your experience is completely up to you. Absolutely no ads. Enjoy. Well, it certainly provoked Joe's curiosity at the very least.
Dude, I love how he's sitting here, his hand on his crotch instantly.
Did want to banish his feelings of loneliness, and seeing as the app was free and apparently had no ads, he'd surely be foolish to not at least give it a whirl. What's the worst that could happen? He began the installation, and only then noticed that the app had no listed developer. It took up 9.8 megabytes of memory, which he wasn't tech-savvy enough to see any issues with. More than anything, Joe was just enticed by the prospect of finally having another chance at companionship with MalO. After all, it is the next social substitute, whatever.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's like it's an AI girlfriend app, right? But there's no ads, so there's something more to it, bro. I mean, yeah, he's down bad, but like, let's be real here. Just for the research, we'd all try it.
That means. However, Joe's excitement was quickly quashed when he hit the home screen button and noticed that the icon for the app never actually materialized.
Okay.
Strange. He checked the App Store portal again and saw that, according to them, the app had completely downloaded.
Okay.
What gives? Was it a glitch, or was MalO actually just malware? Either way, he was
Well, it's called MalO. I mean, I guess that's kind of it's kind of telling everyone.
disheartened by the fact
It's like when Pokimane named her cookies Mina cookies, when Mina is a type of bird that just copies voices, right? And it was a copy of like cookies that existed. Like sometimes you gotta put the scam in plain sight.
that this
It's malware.
immaterial app certainly wouldn't be getting him any companionship. Or so he thought, anyway.
Oh,
Joe
what?
was used to
No, it doesn't materialize her, right?
disappointment by now, so he didn't take it too personally. He decided
He's
to
used to disappointment. Oh, that's so sad.
just play out the rest of his evening on autopilot, making himself some soup, doing the laundry, watching more Seinfeld reruns, taking a cold shower, and preparing to cry himself to sleep again.
Poor
MalO
guy.
was already becoming a distant memory, just like all the deceptive sources of hope. But one strange thing happened that disrupted Joe's finely tuned evening
Got a message from MalO.
routine. He received a text message. This was incredibly strange.
Poor Joe! Oh, God, dude! No! He got a text message. This is strange. Bro, they kicked this man when he's down!
Because nobody ever seemed to text him. The last text he got was from Carol just before her accident. So it was almost surreal
The
to
last text he ever got was from his wife before she died. And he's been single and dating for years. And the last text he ever got was from his, oh my, nah! They killed this man! Bro did not deserve this! Dude, you did not need to jump through all these hoops for someone to actually download MalO, okay? I would download it just to kind of see what it's all about.
hear that alert sound now. After everything that happened, he checked and saw that the text was an image attachment sent from an unknown number. Perplexed yet curious, he decided to open it. His curiosity soon gave way to a kind of melancholy nostalgia when he saw that the photo was of his and Carol's favorite
Oh my God! But MalO's in the photo.
cafe in town. They'd spent many a morning there, back when she was alive, treating themselves to a nice cup of coffee and perhaps a croissant. Just seeing it again caused an involuntary smile to spread across his face. It never even occurred to him, as it probably would have to others, that this could be seen as a little creepy. He hadn't frequented the bakery since Carol died. How would anyone even know that this place held any significance for him?
my
Was it a
God.
stalker, a ghost, or just a spooky coincidence?
Yeah, definitely not that last thing.
None of these thoughts even crossed Joe's mind.
Bro,
He was just
Joe
grateful
just too lonely and sad and stupid. It's so sad. They've built the saddest excuse for a character ever.
for the surprising reminder of the happiness he'd once had. For the next couple hours, things seemed lighter. He went about his evening, checking the photo every so often and smiling, until eventually he found himself in bed, still looking into the glow of his phone. It was such a beautiful little cafe. Then he froze.
Oh, God.
He noticed something in the picture. It'd been there the whole time, but only now he was
Oh my God, MalO was in the picture. Going to bed in his tie. Hey, don't give him a hard job, okay? This is Joe we're talking about. Bro has the hardest life in history.
seeing rather than just looking. It was in the corner, staring through the glass of the cafe's door. So faint he almost wanted to dismiss it as a trick of the light. It was a face. Well, not a face, more like a skull. Not a human, not anywhere near
my
human.
God.
Long, slender, and canine, with protruding fangs and vacant white
And just a little bit sexy.
eyes. The pure white of the skull was buried in a nest of thick black hair. It looked like it was crouching behind the door,
It's gender bend ancient Magus bride. Mommy noticed you.
looking out.
Why is chat, listen, I ain't a furry, but wood, thick ass. What is wrong with my chat? I wish I was stalked by a sexy furry. What the what is going What is happening? You know what, guys? We're doing it. We're putting you here. You guys are insane. What the frick, bro? Ah, why are you like this?
And grinning, whatever the hell it was. Just seeing it changed the entire tone of the picture. It was no longer a simple reminder of bygone joy. Now all that was radiating out of that image was a palpable sense of dread. Was someone playing some kind of awful prank on him? Just then he was jogged from his
Dude, freaking hell, man. His life is already a prank. His life is already such a chat reflects the streamer. Chat reflects the you know what? I'm docking you from screen privileges for that one. Sorry. I just want my screen full of hot furry stalkers. I mean, of a deep dive into the lore of the SCP Foundation. I would let her suffocate me. Anyway.
Contemplation by another alert. A new message from the same number as before. With great hesitation, he hovered his thumb over the push notification and clicked. That's
it's boobs.
when everything got a lot worse. It was a photo of a bus stop.
Oh my god, she's coming! Oh my god, dude. That's insane.
Not just any bus stop, of course. It was stop C16, the one that Joe always took to get to work.
Oh my fucking god. Actual furry stalker right here. And also, why is she so like I could fix her, honestly.
It looked like it was taken relatively early in the morning, but nobody was there. Well, not quite nobody.
Oh, God.
There was that figure again. It stood at full height, behind the partially frosted
Dude, she's got just the right bod, dog. I don't know, bro. I'm just feeling a certain way.
glass that makes up the back of the bus stop.
God, I wish I was I mean...
The same large, black, humanoid shape, with a white, grinning dog skull where the face
God,
should
dude.
be. Something
Dude, you know what's so sad
about
about you guys? I'm just realizing something right now. I'm so sorry for Joe because Dr. Bright sleeps with MalO. Joe literally can't actually even get bro can't get a break.
terrified him on such a primal level, like the way our lizard brain reacts to some ancient apex predator. And whatever this thing was, it clearly knew something about him. How else could it stage all these photos? Joe got out of bed and looked out of the window, down onto his dark front street. Empty, thankfully. But after this surprise nightmare, he wasn't going to take any chances. He grabbed a kitchen knife from downstairs and placed it on his bedside cabinet, right next to his phone, with 911 on speed dial.
Oh my god. Bro is scared as heck, dude. Oh my god, bro. Please tell me maybe at least Joe will be into the NTR stuff. Maybe he's into the whole cuck thing like Sneeko.
Joe Lillis, a 43-year-old man, slept with the lights on that night for the first time in over 30 years. Sadly for him, the nightmare was just beginning.
This poor guy. I hope he has condoms ready.
Next morning, Joe woke up unharmed, but he wasn't pleased to see that he'd gotten several more texts in his sleep. There was one taken outside of the local insurance company office where
She's just there. Just there. Why is it doing this to the poor guy?
he worked. The strange creature with the skull for a face was looming around the corner, peering at the camera with its lipless grin, like it was mocking him. Another photo was taken at the local supermarket
God, I wish someone would stalk me.
where Joe did
That was a joke. People actually do try to stalk me. So I just wanted to clarify that was I only want to be stalked if it's from like a ethereal furry that wants to destroy me with their muscular areas.
most of his grocery shopping. The frame was centralized on the cereal aisle, bordered on both sides by walls of garish mascots endlessly repeated. Down at the far end of the aisle was a looming dark figure with that cold canine skull where a human face should be.
Brother, why, who's taking the pictures? Who is taking the pictures of the furry?
There were a few more, but worst of all was the last one.
Oh,
it was
by his wife's grave. Holy fuck.
taken at
Oh
the
my, this
cemetery.
poor Joe!
In the foreground, a headstone reading, Carol
Why did you recommend this one to me, guys? I don't understand.
Willis, beloved wife and daughter. Joe was horrified to see that skull-faced beast was rising up behind his wife's grave.
Wait, did it reincarnate his wife into her somehow? If so, poor guy Dr. Bright has sex with his wife. No.
Long, clawed fingers curling around the top of the headstone. That was the moment that Joe decided to go to the police about all of this, before things got even more out of hand. He called an Uber to get down to the station. He certainly didn't feel like he was going anywhere near his regular bus stop after last
makes
night.
sense.
He showed the photos he'd been sent so far to an officer posted at the station.
Officer, you don't understand. I downloaded a lonely furry dating app and it didn't download and I'm getting all these photos of like furries everywhere. Officer, what do I do? Son, see a therapist.
and they agreed that there was certainly something strange about it. While the behavior undeniably bordered on harassment.
Harassment, bro? Dude, I want to call 911 right now to say, hey, I'm getting pictures, I'm being stalked by a furry, just to see what they say.
It hadn't yet delved into criminal territory, so he would sadly be on his own until then. The best they could do was stay in touch and kept abreast of any new developments.
Kept abreast of new developments. Good choice of words. I would also like to be kept abreast.
The only sage advice they could give him was not to delete the photos, as they could always be used as evidence in court later if
or just block the number. They didn't tell him block the number?
Things escalated. This was literally the last result that Joe wanted out of this. Considering how bizarre and threatening things were getting already, he really didn't want to find out what escalation looked like in this case.
Bro, you're just getting pictures on the internet. Like, what the fuck do you care?
But what else could he do but carry on, just trying to exercise as much caution as he could in these strange new circumstances? He went to work and tried his best to stay productive, despite the fact that every 3 or so hours, a new photo would arrive. Places that he liked to sit in the local parks, stores he'd frequent, restaurants he liked to
God, I'd love if I saw MalO near where I would frequent.
eat at. The nightmare skeleton dog thing would be standing in all of them, just mugging for the camera.
Block the freaking phone number, oh my God.
On one hand, every time he looked at one of the photos, Joe felt like he was giving this freak exactly what they wanted.
This is just Vivzy Pop responding to criticisms on Twitter. It doesn't work.
On the other hand, how could he possibly look away?
Very easily, actually.
What if he missed something that could save?
Yeah, I'm very into this whole theory that his wife faked her death so that she could work with the police and someone in a furry costume just to terrorize Joe and to be like, pranked, bro! But I thought you were dead for 5 years. But it was a good one. Think of the YouTube revenue on this prank.
His life. It carried on much like that until later in the evening. Joe may have not been a genius, but he
Dude, they don't stop with poor Joe. Stop insulting Joe.
was no fool either. He'd seen too many of those seedy true crime documentaries about kidnapping to take his normal route home. He took a real detour, frequently checking
I faked my death for 5 years to prove my husband was a furry, true.
over his shoulder the entire time. Much to his relief, he didn't see anything out of place. Good. When he got home, he locked every door and bolted every window. Nothing would be getting the jump on him tonight. That's when the next picture came in. A photograph
In
of
his
Joe's
house.
empty office cubicle,
Oh, never mind.
with the bony face of the creature looming over the divider with a grin. He could feel his heart pounding away in his chest just looking at it.
Bro, poor Joe. If he doesn't go to work, how is he gonna make money to subscribe to Amaranth's Twitch stream?
How did this thing get around like this? How was it able to infiltrate everywhere in his entire goddamn life? Suddenly, he felt a smile spreading across his
He's just like, wow, someone cares about me. Oh, Joe, stop.
face. This freak had just messed up big time. Before all these creepy photos had been taken in
Because there's a security camera?
public places, but the one taken in his office? Oh, this crossed the line into trespassing. The police would have to do something about it now.
Yeah.
It had given
and police hate furries.
him an 8.
Look at what they did to poor Chris Chan after Chris Chan had sex with his mother. Well, they actually kind of let him off. They really didn't do anything. Never mind. The police love furries.
Up his sleeve. That confidence faded a few hours later when he received another photo. This time, it was the skull-faced monster just standing on the sidewalk. The sidewalk that Joe remembered walking on his covert alternative route.
Oh my God. The furry nose.
He could feel himself break into a cold sweat. It seemed whoever this was, he really did hold no secrets from them. Now more than ever, Joe didn't feel safe in his own home. So you can only imagine how he felt when a few hours later, he received a photo of the skull-faced stalker standing right outside his own front door.
Oh my God, dude. Like, they make this like this whole horror story for poor Joe. God, I wish a sexy, furry mama would freaking stalk me, you know what I'm saying?
Staring into the camera. It sent him rushing to the window again to check outside. But of course, nobody was there. The next day when he called the police,
This is just Sniper Wolf! Oh my God, it's literally Sniper Wolf! It's even a wolf! It's even a wolf! Ah! Just taking pictures in front of his house! MalO is literally Sniper Wolf.
Police and updated them on the situation. They told him that they were doing all they could. The best thing he could possibly do was to remain calm, but vigilant.
Dude, I love the remain calm. Anytime someone tells you remain calm, you are never calm. Super sexy Sniper Wolf is an SCP.
To keep an eye on the photos being sent to him, so he could notify them if ever he was in any immediate danger. This put poor Joe's paranoia at a fever pitch.
I don't know, poor Joe needs to go to rule34.com and look up MalO. He's gonna change his tune real quickly.
Even when he went to work, surrounded by his coworkers, by witnesses, he could scarcely tear his eyes away from his phone. He was a slave to the photos, forever waiting for the next one, only to experience crushing regret when the photo actually arrived. It looked like it was taken moments before it was sent to him.
Oh, God.
Joe saw himself looking at it.
Yo! That's scary as shit, honestly. Oh my God, that is stalking to the next level. Oh my God. Bro needs to put his pants down and piss on himself to assert dominance and mark his territory.
His own phone in his office cubicle, with that huge skull-faced figure looming behind him. He screamed out loud upon seeing it, and turned to see if anything was behind him. But of course, there was nothing there. The police inspected the office, talked to potential witnesses, and analyzed the photo. It showed no signs of
Analyze the photo. They looked at his photo.
any photographic manipulation, but there were also no witnesses around the office who claimed to see anything strange that day. There was also no security camera footage in the last several days that showed this figure coming in or out.
Dude, the police at this point would just think that he's pranking them, right? There's no way that they are actually taking this seriously. Bro, she is edging Joe to the extreme right now. God damn. Joe is gonna look like Kirito after he woke up from his 3 years stuck in Sword Art Online.
Lilith started to feel like he was going insane, and perhaps he was. But that didn't change the tangible and ever-present feeling that he was in great danger.
Dude doesn't even consider the fact that she's just that app that he downloaded. He downloaded the MalO app with that picture of the dog, okay? Literally. And now he's getting texts from places where she couldn't be, that she couldn't know, that his phone knows. Why doesn't he even consider that she is just in the phone? Bro is in danger of being yiffed.
He didn't come into work the next day. He'd received more photos like that in the night, of himself, taken in real time.
Obviously, it's not doing anything more than this. God, what an idiot. Joe deserves all this, honestly. It's a good thing Dr. Bright had sex with his wife.
With that skull-faced freak looming. He didn't want to leave the house. He didn't want to go anywhere anymore. He just didn't feel safe out there. How could he, with all this madness unfolding? There was a time where he could have said something like, "At least it only seems confined to my phone." He might have even suspected that it had something to do with that strange
No way! He actually... Well, the app promised he'd never feel alone again. Oh my God, I didn't think about this. Oh my God, I didn't think about this. The app promised he'd never feel alone again because it's gonna make him a paranoid schizophrenic. Holy shit, that's insane. That is a level of mindfuckery I was not here for.
MalO app he downloaded a few days prior that hadn't seemed to do anything. But this situation had evolved since then. He wasn't just seeing the creature in photos anymore. It was here. He kept seeing quick flashes of it on the other side of windows, in reflections.
Oh my God, truth in advertising, brother.
In the corner of his eyes, always darting away if ever he turned towards it. It was everywhere and nowhere. It was here just for him. He just knew. The police couldn't help. Nobody could help.
Dude, honestly, that's so dark. Like, we were memeing the whole time, but holy shit. You'll never feel alone again. It'll always be here for you. I am Five Nights at Freddy's.
Joe just sat in the corner of his bedroom, clutching his kitchen knife, afraid to close his eyes. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. We know one thing for sure. Joe Lillis never felt truly alone ever again.
God, that is actually so dark. It just punched me when I realized what the whole point is. Like, I'm trying to pick up on, like, what's the point, bro? When it just hits you and you're like, God damn.
He always had his new friend, waiting, just out of sight. And if ever you're feeling lonesome and decide to
Dude, that's badass. I would totally do that. I would totally get one of those.
Download MalO version 1.0.0 yourself, then you'll never feel lonely again, either. Now go check out SCP-1025 Encyclopedia.
Dude, someone has to have made that app just to like warp your photos to have MalO in them. Aw, man, it doesn't exist. Aw, I looked up MalO and I'm getting like dating shit. That's hilarious. Okay. That's awesome. Oh my god, what a good one. Honestly. So did the SCP ever contain him? It's a Euclid class anomaly. Wait, so they never actually contained this. It's just on the internet, right? You can never actually contain something that only exists online. That's actually so cool. What a great one, honestly. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.